Shalom and good day, and welcome back to another exciting day of Let's Playing. Oh gosh, we fell off the cliff. Aidyn Chronicles, Making of the First Mage. I think that's the subtitle. I'm gonna go with that's the subtitle. Last we left off... Oh my gosh, this cliff is just throwing us down. Last we left off, we accidentally stumbled upon Kitterak way earlier than I had meant to. And that's fine because... we kind of bowled over him, which was funny. I don't know if that was luck, or if that was, like, maybe wind magic is really good against hobgoblins? I don't know. Guys, I'm magic illiterate, which is insane because every other game I play is a wizard. Pretty crazy. But yeah, this is just not a game I ever played as a wizard in. We fought Kitterak. We got his sword. Only Abrakin can equip it. And how you been? I know for you it's probably been 0.05 seconds, however long it took you to load this video to the next. Or maybe you took a break between videos, I don't know. But for me, it's actually been quite some time since I've recorded. A lot of things have happened in between. Oh right, that's that cave we can't go in. A lot of things have happened between recordings. Number one... Thanksgiving happened, so I hope you had a good Thanksgiving or whatever you do, or yep, if you live in the Philippines, as I learned. Year-end party. What else happened? I, like, broke my back. Okay, I didn't break it, but something horrible happened. I woke up and sneezed. And, yeah, I know, you didn't expect to get Chezni's life story when you logged in today, but you're getting it. Hopefully it's not too boring. But yeah, I couldn't move. And so I haven't really recorded Aidyn Chronicles in about 2 weeks because I've been in the process of recovering from that, as well as I mean I couldn't move for like it was about 3 days. I mean I could move after the first day, but it was not good. I'm pretty much recovered now, though, and have made several lifestyle changes to hopefully stop that from happening ever again. Things like working exercise into my sedentary lifestyle, because I get no exercise these days, or at least I used to not, and as well as changing my diet to hopefully lose a bit of weight. Yeah, this is starting to sound a little petty. Or not petty, what's the... desperate? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Like, you just tuned into the Housewives channel of Chezni's Let's Plays. Let's focus a bit more on what we're doing in Aidyn Chronicles. So, now that Kitterak is dead, essentially we can... we already had free reign of the Goblin Camp. There wasn't a whole lot stopping us from just walking around except for the random battles. Now that Kitterak is dead, we have no real reason to be here, but I feel like we maybe have explored 2/3 of this whole area. I'm not quite sure. I don't have an exact measurement, of course, but I feel like there's at least one good treasure room we're missing out on. I think it's like in a mountain or something. I can't quite remember. I just want to get there before we leave. I don't even rightly remember there being anything like permanently, or pardon me, scripted to spawn there. I think it's just a room full of treasure boxes. I could also be getting that confused with something later in the game. We'll find out. At any rate, I guess the party works. Aidyn Chronicles is such a weird game when it comes to things that work. Because, I don't know, it's one of those games where you can have a character that is useless in combat and you can still play the game. I mean, it's going to be a little bit harder. It's kind of like Brenna early, right? Like, early on in the game, we just had Brenna kind of walking around and gathering people's attention and leading them across the map. But as long as you have an answer to something, and I won't go too deep into this because I know we've blabbed about it. Even 2 weeks ago, my memory's not that bad. I'm pretty sure we went into a lot of detail regarding this, but as long as you have the ability to mitigate all of your incoming damage, then you'll never die. I mean, it sounds stupid when you say it out loud, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of how it works. If you mitigate all your incoming damage and can deal at least 1 damage back, and sometimes you can do that with just one character, then you can play the game. What's this rock? I don't remember this rock. I thought that bridge looked familiar, but this area doesn't look familiar. Is this a new place? I feel like there was a treasure here. Maybe we have been here. I hear footsteps, but then again we've established that the wolves respawn, which is hit or miss. Or rather, hit or miss as far as usefulness goes. On the one hand, free EXP is free EXP. On the other hand, our mortal lives only have so much time in it. I do not wish to tarry. I feel like we haven't been over there. On that other side of the cliff. How do we get up there? It looks like we just walk around. Maybe this will work. Still hear those footsteps, though. That's bothering me. Oh, can we not walk up this? It looked like we could from a distance, but it doesn't look like it now. Oop. Okay, let's try the cave. I think we came into the cave and didn't really explore a whole lot in here. I think we just took a right. Right? Right. Right. We'll take a left this time. Yeah, here's a goblin. A literal single goblin. If you ever have trouble finding your enemy, it's the one useful thing the minimap down in the bottom right is for. It does help kind of give you a sense of where everything is at in the combat. Just look for the red dots, those are your enemies. Come on, Alaron! Yes. I don't have to disown you. 450 EXP, is that how much a wolf is worth? Or a wolf's worth 350? I don't think the EXP is necessarily balanced, but I don't think it needs to be. That's also part of what gives it sort of that D&D feel, is, you know, in D&D, you'd fight, like, a kobold and get half an EXP, and then you'd fight a basilisk, and admittedly, a basilisk is a lot more dangerous, but you'd fight a basilisk and get, like, 7,000, and when you do the math, I don't think... So, like I don't know, like a level 1 or 2 party would have to get very lucky to kill a basilisk. Maybe we can use like a lesser basilisk. Those are worth less EXP, but when you think about it, like a low level party might get lucky and kill a basilisk, but if you took how much EXP a kobold is worth and multiplied it by the basilisk EXP, and then you had the party fight that number of kobolds, they'd probably die. Because on turn 1, they would be receiving like 10,000 arrow shots. Where am I going with this? I think all I'm trying to say is that EXP doesn't necessarily have to be balanced. Because part of the, I think, logic behind EXP is that partially it is the experience of encountering a monster. So a kobold, which is, or a goblin in our case, which is a very common enemy, you know, isn't a unique experience. It's something we've done 1,000 times, so they're worth less EXP. Whereas, I don't think there are basilisks in Aidyn Chronicles, but you know, if we ran into a basilisk and got like 1 billion EXP, it'd make more sense, because it's a rare monster. It's part of like the monster hunting aspect of it. So, Alaron is not wearing really any armor, as far as I remember. I think he's wearing, like, cloth. He does have that heater shield, but that was what allowed this sergeant here to get his hit off on just tossing an axe at his face. We'll definitely want to put Aberkin in between him and Alaron. Alaron, if he was engaged with several enemies at once in melee, would probably die. That would be my guess. I think he's the only member of the party right now who can't tank against a relatively mediocrely formidable foe. Pretty sure the rest of the party's good, though. And that's because I don't think we're going to ever put Alaron in a situation where he is going to be our tanking unit. He is really going to be the backline fighter, which is... I know I've said it before, but again, it's just so different from the way I've always played him when I was a kid. And that's partially why I want to do it. I don't see the point of playing through the game in the exact same way that I've done it before. It's certainly been an interesting experience. Right now, I almost have to say that Alaron is our least useful character. He might be tied with Rita. At the beginning of the game, Brenna was obviously our least useful, but she's really pulled her britches up. I don't know what kind of phrase you want to use. She's been pulling her own weight, especially with those backstabs when she gets them, and her tanking ability because of the dragon leather that we've given her. I'm pretty sure we gave her the dragon leather. It wasn't Rita, I don't think. Because of that dragon leather, her dexterity, her... we gave her something else. Can't quite remember what it was. But her survivability is certainly palpable. Which, yeah, I mean, you see her. She's over there on the other side of the map, holding her own against another goblin. She might not be dealing buku amounts of damage to it. She's at least over there. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be having Alaron throw javelins at the one with the shield. There's a crit for 8. Again, just I would expect a crit to do more damage. You know, I said she wasn't dealing lots of damage, but she just dealt 28 without a backstab. It's pretty intense. About time. Alright, finish this up, Rita. But yeah, really, when you look at the numbers here, Alaron is kind of garbage right now. He started out above Brenna and arguably above Rita. But even Rita seems to have surpassed him at this point. I think part of the problem is, right now he doesn't have what I would call, like, lightweight spells. I mean, that's not true. It's not like wind is a heavy spell. What I mean is, like, the cost of the spell components are oftentimes not even worth it to even have him cast anything. Although, I keep doubling back on my own logic. We're really not poor at this point of the game. Let's check our money here. Yeah, we have 13,000. I misplaced my... Shoot. Is this where I was keeping track of it? Hold on. We had that notepad I was writing stuff down in. No, this is... old code notes. Oh, hang on. I have like a pocket here. Somewhere. It's on either the left or the right. Here we go. Okay, I just gotta flip back a couple bit. Again, it's been 2 weeks, so I've been keeping notes on other things. Here we go. Yeah, so we found spice for 82, and spice is the most expensive. I mean, I guess we could technically buy 99 spice, and we don't even need it. So, cost of spell components is no longer something I should be considering. I guess, really, we should just be considering stamina cost of the spell itself, mixed with opportunity cost of other actions. Wait, where are we? Did we come out the other side of a cave? Okay. I'm just gonna come up here. I assume we didn't check this tent. I think. Oh gosh, this is another path. Alright, we'll check this tent and then go up the path. Or we'll call it quits when we find the treasure room. Probably should have saved before doing that. Oh well. Oh wait, no, there wasn't a trap, so we were good. Anyway, Alaron, again, seems like our weakest link, but maybe that's because I'm playing him wrong. Maybe I should just be using a lot more spells, considering that's what we're putting his points in. It's just, he's like a status buff spell character. That made sense. Because of his... I mean, wind deals damage. I just really wish wind hit more than one target. Paying an herb and some HP to maybe hit an enemy just feels bad. Whereas at least if it was multiple enemies, there would be a decent chance. Like, think about that. Abrakin just swung his sword for 35. Admittedly, he is using Warfang. And, so that's a little bit unfair, but this might actually be a real fight to some degree. The Spirit Shield got put up pretty quickly. Shoot. Brenna came into this combat weakened because she used her stamina to pick the lock. We forgot to heal her. Now she's down to half. We might have to have her sit this one out. Nah! Just kidding. Oh, right, because Warfang gives a +2 on Warrior, so Abrakin's chance to hit is pretty high right now. Forgot about that one. Okay, we're gonna use Wind, right? I've deliberated over this probably way more than I needed to. But yeah, we have a failure to cast. So we just kind of took an herb and some HP and threw it on the ground. Healing potions are kind of garbage, so I don't feel too bad using them. But yeah, at this current point, and it's no surprise, Abrakin is a pretty strong fighter, and we just gave him a super sword. But he can deal probably more damage than Alaron can, and he doesn't have to spend anything to do it. So I have a hard time stomaching using the spell. Logically, it doesn't make any sense. We would only be doing it to satisfy our ego's desire to make Alaron better. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Fails to... What is wrong with you, Alaron? Whether he's throwing javelins... This is probably why, as a kid, I was like, man, forget magic in this game. Magic sucks. I'm pretty certain magic's really good if you can actually level it up. If you can get it up higher, and your wizard stat up higher, it's gotta be good, right? I think the reason I say this is because there are enemies you can fight that, if you're not prepared for them, will blow your party away with one or two spells. And admittedly, it's things like Dragon's Breath and, no, Dragon's Breath is the only one I remember. Dragon's Breath... Oh, Storm. There's some kind of lightning spell out there. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Those are the two I remember fearing. I don't even remember who casts them. I think Dryads cast one of them. I don't know who casts the dragon spell. And I know the obvious answer is dragons, but it's not dragons. Or at least it's not dragons exclusively. I think there's only one dragon in the game. Okay, Goblin flees. 2 more wolves, which refuse to flee. No clue why. Come on, Alaron, just do something! Oh my goodness, I targeted Brenna instead of targeting the wolves. Yeah, making of the first mage my butt. Wait, no, wait a minute. That's the subtitle to the first Elminster book. Wait, what's the subtitle to Aidyn Chronicles? It's just... Oh wait, I have it on the screen here, hold on. It's just the first mage, not the making of the first mage. Ed Greenwood is going to be very upset with me. Holy 56! That's the highest we've seen so far. As far as I know, there's no damage cap, or if there is, there's no way to actually get there with your characters. It might be 999, but I don't know of any way to deal 999 damage. Alright. Brenna needs another point in mechanic because she couldn't open up that chest in Kitterak's tent. And she is at 8. Abrican is a monster with that +2 warrior. He's got 8 warrior. I mean, what do we even give him? More strength. He has 39,000. That's quite a bit. I guess we just give him more warrior. Why not? Make him do what he does better. Or what he already does. Oh, Rita. I'm still so tempted to make you a warrior. I don't remember putting points into pole. Is she leveling up her pole ability? Well, she's not Bayonetta, but so I read online that using skills might level them up at some point, and I didn't believe it when I read it, and now I'm starting to become paranoid and think, because I don't remember leveling up the pole stat ever, and now it's 5. That seems kind of high for something we've never put points into. Oh well. Because we'll just save up for weakness for her. Oh, and alchemy. That's right. We want her to learn alchemy. Where's... She's level 3. We need 2,400. Alright. Alaron will... He probably needs... He needs something so he stops failing these spells. Now, Int should give us that. We already put a couple points into that. Wizard... Well, Wizard also improves it. Let's... Int is nice, but it doesn't give us much else, so let's put more points into Wizard. Whoa. Ah! I must unleash the frosting! It's in the fridge. I'll be right back. Okay. Wife's friend is having a birthday party and we're making her a cake. Alright. So, let's see here. Where were we? Oh, right, we're trying to figure out... Okay, so probably Wizard on Alaron. And now that Brenna's hit 8, I really want to go back... Whoa, quite a bit of loot. None of it usable, but all of it sellable. Saleable? Sellable? Able to be sold. Oh my goodness. I hate doing this. This is dull. I'm gonna level somebody up to level 9. Healing. Just so I have to do this less. Ooh, this slightly dangerous trap. You know what? We'll just roll the dice. Pretty sure Brenna's good at picking pretty much everything at this point. Or at least at this point of the game. So we're gonna need to find our way back to Kitterak's tent? Wherever that is. Oh. Found a circle of tents. And a pot. It's a lot of wolves. Oh, it is nighttime. You know, that might be affecting Alaron's spellcasting. I didn't think about that. Anyway, we need to get back to Kitterak's tent because Brenna now has level 8 lockpicking, and I'm hoping that that gets us somewhere. Okay, look, Alaron, just do your wind. Oh, that's it. Alaron, you're useless. You're a useless piece of garbage. You're the first mage, my butt. What you are is a doofy schoolboy who can't do anything right. And now he garnished the attention of the or garnered the attention. Garnished. Yes, he's a meal. Garnered the attention of the goblin sergeant and is going to be in need of assistance. Great. Abraken's hung up on the wolf in front of him. Oh, Alaron, do not die here. We might be in trouble here. Alright, how do we get out of this? We could just flee. In fact, I think that's what we do. I think we just flee. So, fleeing is super weird in this game. It's guaranteed to be successful. Which is strange. Unless it's a boss fight, of course. The enemy does not despawn. The enemy stays where they are. You get no EXP. You basically just undo the fight. It's the weirdest mechanic. It's very good for situations like this where you're like, oh, I've obviously made a mistake. Undo button, please. I don't like using it because it feels kind of dumb, but I didn't want to do all that walking around again, so. Okay, we have saved. This at least will be a good opportunity to sort of display the randomness of fights. So it tries to take us back to the last point that it saved our position, which oftentimes is when you enter or exit a loading zone. Now this goblin is here again. Oh, no. We ran into the exact same number of enemies. This fight might be scripted in such a way that you always run into this number of enemies, because I was fairly certain that if it was a random fight, the enemies in the fight might change. Anyway, let's not have Alaron run so close this time. He is a wizard, so I should probably be keeping him away and then casting wind. Failing to cast wind. Right, let's be accurate here. Oh my goodness, this sergeant really wants Alaron dead. At least it's in line with the plot, right? Once we get dragon leather, another pair, or another set? Another piece of dragon leather? Another set of armor of dragon leather. Alaron won't find himself in that situation. Wow! Holy crap! This sergeant is just... he only has eyes for Alaron. Sergeant buddy, back away. Please. You're embarrassing yourself. Actually, he's making the right decisions. Okay, let's not throw a spear. Let's run over here. Ugh. Alaron's dexterity isn't amazing either, so it's not like he's able to move very far. I guess we'll just chuck a spear. Take your spear, throw it on the ground. Okay. Now that Abraken is disengaged, he'll be able to go over and fight the wolf. Rita is a-okay for tanking these enemies. I think a lot of the reasons this fight kind of went pear-shaped both times is the starting positions of the characters. Abraken is not like in a great spot to immediately engage the big enemy, and the bigger enemy was moving across the map. In spite of being ranged, trying to get closer to Alaron, we were trying to disengage with Alaron, so it was pulling the enemy further and further away. Probably should have just had Abraken run probably should have just had Alaron run straight towards Abraken. You're dead to me, Alaron. One day, I dream that Alaron will be a good wizard. It might not happen for quite some time. Okay, and I don't think it's possible for the sergeant to turn around and do like 40 damage to Alaron, so I think we're good. A lot of goblins coming in as reinforcements. If they're just normal, I don't know why that sergeant decided to just walk through us and do nothing. As long as they're just normal goblins, that won't be a big deal. If they're archer goblins, it also won't be a big deal unless all of them spawn immediately behind Alaron and decide to shoot him in the back. I also need to remember to camp. I feel like that's not helping Alaron's accuracy. Actually, it's really not helping anyone's accuracy, is it? Even Brenna shouldn't be missing this often, or Abrakan. And the sergeant decides to just walk towards Abrakan again. I feel like it would be a very different game if the AI didn't bug out. Sergeant took a meaty hit at 33. It's kind of funny, but I do feel like the darkness is really playing against us here. These are just wolves, yet we're having just all this trouble fighting them. Come on. What would happen here? Oh, thought we were gonna get our first game crash. Oh gosh. I was joking when I said they could all spawn in and shoot Alaron in the back. I didn't think it would actually happen. Okay, Sergeant swapped to his melee weapon. Really shouldn't be a big deal because the next hit we get on him and he's dead. I'm just kind of perplexed that this fight is not supposed to be hard, or at least given our current status of characters, it shouldn't be hard. Yet I have this unsettling sensation of being nervous. Oh, do not shoot Alaron. Come on, guys. Alright, Alaron, just come over here and heal. Ain't nobody got time for this. It's pretty bad when your lightweight thief is a better armored fighter. Well, then your wizard. No, actually, that's... I gotta stop saying actually. That is, accurate to D&D, isn't it? Not that... or not D&D, I should just say that's accurate to fantasy logic. Typically, the order of, armoredness goes something like Paladin, Fighter, Barbarian... No. Paladin, Fighter, Ranger, Barbarian, Thief, Wizard. Somewhere around that. Some games are the Barbarians or the tanks. In 5th edition, they kind of tank through raw HP and damage mitigation rather than AC. Which is one way to do it. Seems like it's lagging like that whenever a Goblin Scout enters combat. Shooting Alaron again. He has 3 prime targets. Well, Alaron is the prime target. Yeah, they're really gunning for him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. I think we drop a curing potion on this. We just end this. We end the chance of this ending our fight. Go ahead, shoot Alaron now. No, don't shoot Alaron. But if they do shoot him, at least he has the HP to tank it. I don't think I've ever had Goblin Scouts be a threat to me. But Mazel tov, it's happened. Ah, criminy. They aren't even shielded. Imagine if we were fighting hobgoblins that put up the spirit shield. Okay. We need somebody to go over there and just engage that guy in melee so he stops shooting Alaron. Aberkan can probably do it. Okay, that scout decided to skip his turn, which is pretty fortuitous. Here we go. We'll do a strike from the back. Oh, the model got a little glitchy there, but oh well. We'll continue to have Alaron run away, and then I think you can get by with just a healing potion. We got a weapon swap on one of the scouts. Weapon swap on the other scout. Okay, Alaron's fine. Fight's over at this point. I say that and people are still taking damage. What? That scout ran away from Rita. Because Rita did her weird disengage thing because she takes a step back. So the scout walks away from Rita and swaps back to the bow. I hate it. Can we hit that one? No, you know what? Let's just hit this one. It's almost dead. Not that I expect Alaron to hit it. Wow. Oh no. Okay, for a second I thought that one was going to run over and plant his sword into the back of Brenna. Oh shoot, and that other goblin scout has the bow. If he shoots Brenna, we're in trouble. Okay, good. This is the dumbest fight we've done this entire game. I guess Rita's disengaging motion is kind of a blessing and a curse. It's coming back to bite us this time. Can't believe we just had to use 2 curing potions in this fight. Okay, eventually Rita will just be able to make them. Once we get to that point, it won't matter. Where's that one that's running away? He's not the weak one, though. This is the one that's almost dead. Scores a critical hit on... Come on! Alright, one of them fleed. Oh my goodness! Guys, land your attack, please! Oh, we're all gonna die. Oh my goodness. This is how we lose. Oh, thank goodness. Why was that so hard? Rita, get some alchemy. We need you to make things. Alaron, put points into get good stat. 37,000. Good grief. We're camping this sucker out. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna save the game. We're gonna embrace the sweet, sweet daylight. Okay. Hopefully that's not gonna happen anymore. Alright, so we already went in that building. Let's check this tent. We'll just follow a circle on the left. battle, not surprising. Why is Alaron's back turned to all of the enemies? You know what? I think it's gonna be fine anyway. It's daytime. Won't have all that problem. Let's have him cast wind. Will this work now? Cast on that guy. Okay, 13 damage. Pretty unimpressive, but it's still something. Why did wind deal like 40 billion damage to Kittirak? Why did that happen? Is it random? Is there just a high amount of RNG associated with spell damage? I couldn't actually tell you. We'll try it again. Throw it out on that guy. Oh, and they resisted. That's not completely on Alaron. Sort of is. I think the higher your int, or wizard, or possibly both, the less chance they have of resisting, maybe? Or maybe it's completely independent of each other. Like, the game makes two checks. One to see if you successfully cast the spell, and then one to see if the enemy resists. And enemy resistance might be based completely on their willpower stat. And whatever other factors might be going on, like the time of day. Pretty good, pretty good. Fights are a lot easier when your character's hit. Yeah, a lot easier. I still don't understand why wind can be cast on your allies. I mean, assumedly, it removes a negative status effect from them. But I don't know of any that it would remove. I don't think it removes Wall of Bones or Starlight Web, which are two of the most potent spells in the game. I know we haven't seen them yet, and if you're familiar with the game, you already know this, but they essentially are instant death spells without being real death. So they take your character out of the fight, or they freeze them, or they, I think Freezing Doom is even the spell that does the same thing, but they essentially remove your character from the fight, but hold them in position. So the enemies can still walk over and kill them. But they can't move, they can't take actions, you can't heal them, I don't think. They just have to sit there. And if all of your characters, like there are some enemies that's all they do. They just try to cast these spells on your party. And if all 4 party members... what's the word? Succumb to the spell, then you just lose the game. It treats it as if it was a TPK, total party wipe. So yeah, a lot of tents up here we missed. Giant rats in this fight. Must be pets of the goblins. These appear to be normal goblins. I am not concerned. Yeah. You know they're not a threat when even Alaron is dealing damage to them. Oh, sick burn. Not really. I know I keep complaining about it, but it's our fault, right? Or my fault. We've been leveling him up this way. It's... Clearly I'm missing something. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe we just need a bunch of EXP to dump into his wizard stat. Is that all it is? Is that the difference between a good wizard and a bad wizard? It's just the wizard stat? To be fair, Abrakin got really good when he suddenly had 8 warrior. So maybe there's something to that? Hey, it's nice when you can hit things. Sorry, I'm just so excited. It's like, every time he throws that spear, I expect it to miss. So it's like a tiny Christmas every time you hit something. I mean, I guess Applicant can just take 2 turns in a row. That's fine. And the rats are obviously no real threat. I think they're just here for flavor. Goblin Sergeant with a bow. Not too threatening. Rats might as well not even be here. They do get in the way, though. We won't let this one flee. I don't know why. It's on the off chance we get something more from killing them. Okay, hopefully this is over. Nice. Alright, 1650 EXP, not really a lot for the point of the game that we're at. Certainly not useless. We'll take 1650, but it's going to take a lot of 1650s to get to 37,000. Trap disarmed. What do we got? Healing potion, 200 gold. Not terribly exciting. Looks like a pair of boots on that barrel. So I'm smashing the A button, but I'm not seeing anything here. Or rather, the game's not letting us pick up anything, so that might just be it. Let's see if Rita can make potions yet. Oh, quite a few. Okay, she can make curing potions. You need an alch rank of 3, she has 4, requires 3 herbs, 2 spices. Not cheap, but most of these potions are not great. Defense potion is okay. Especially if you have an off turn in a fight that's important, but you're not doing anything else. Dex potion is also okay. Strength potion is okay. And curing potion is really good. The rest of these I could take or leave. Oh, the restore potion. Wait, no, that's not it. I thought that was the stamina potion. No, restore potion isn't really that good. Yeah, eventually we'll get stamina potion, and that'll be pretty good for the casters. Otherwise, being able to just make curing potions when we need them is pretty big. It'll allow us to be able to use them without feeling too bad in combat, so we can just replace them. For now, let's keep 6 on hand. Probably won't ever need more than that for the time being in a single fight. Think we can look at the pot? I'm getting some... Nope. Nothing in the pot. I was gonna say, I'm getting some Might and Magic. Which one was it? Might and Magic... I have the diploma up here. Might and Magic 6. Where you can check the cannibals' pots and find human bones in them. Oh! Why hello there. Hobgoblin in this fight, so it's a real battle. We'll kill him first, so he can't cast Spirit Shield on his friends that are coming into the fight. Not really a huge deal, but it might be a little troublesome when that sergeant comes in. Although the sergeant is at the bottom of the list, so probably wouldn't come in until the end. We'll chance a wind spell. There's a lot of distance between us and the enemy in this fight for some reason. Yeah, we'll throw it down on him. Fails cast. Okay. You do that. Maybe we should just be using Alaron as a buff mage in the beginning. We shouldn't be focusing on wind. I don't know. I've tried and true, Chezni is always a DPS mage. Nothing else. Even in games where DPS mages are bad, like Dragon Age 1. I can't speak for the other Dragon Ages, I've never played them. DPS Dragon Age Mage is a good way to die very quickly. They'll draw all the aggro, all the monsters will run right past your tanks and just murder you. So... But yeah, I'm not good at playing, or I'm not good at being in the mindset of playing a utility mage. But I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to throw down strength on everyone. Since that stat, according to the menu, increases chance to hit. Which in some ways is better than the damage bonus it probably gives. Okay, Alaron, the lawnmower that he... Or, Abrakan, the lawnmower that he is chewing through these goblins. As he should be. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to the hobgoblin. We got choked up in melee range of these ones. So there's a chance that the reinforcements come in and grab the spirit shield from the hobgoblin. It's a little annoying, but we'll live. Ugh, it's true. Oh my goodness, Alaron is just more useful because of the guaranteed nature of the status increasing spells. He's more useful as a status buffing character right now. Ugh. Ugh. Even hearing those words come out of my mouth. Ugh. Status buff mage. Ugh. What is that? My sole purpose is to enable my allies? You're not a real wizard if you're doing that. You're only a real wizard if you're warping reality and breaking the environment around you into several tiny pieces through use of your sheer, raw, magical energy. Okay, maybe we'll kill this guy? Nice. So no more spirit shields. Not that it would prevent us from winning, but it would just be annoying. We don't really need Alaron's air shield. We could have him cast it, but it wouldn't matter. I don't think it would really change the course of this fight in any meaningful way. So we'll just have him chuck spears. My wife plays a pretty mean utility mage. Make no mistake, she's not the, oh, let me come over and cast regen and auto-resurrect and heal. She's not that kind of utility. She's more like the, oh, let me cast charm and paralysis and confusion and also stasis and make it so you can't do anything. So she had a pretty good time going through Dragon Age. I wasn't salty about it at all. Okay. We could keep putting points in alchemy for Rita. It would decrease her chance of failing when she makes those curing potions, so I'm kind of inclined to put her up to 5. So we'll go for that. Alaron again needs 37,000, frustratingly doesn't have quite enough. Brenna, what do we do with Brenna? Oh my goodness, she has 1 in warrior? Girl! Alright, we're gonna put some points into that. Now she has 3 in warrior. Should help her out quite a bit. Right, and Aberkin is just dumping ever more points into Warrior to become a beast. Which is sad, because we are gonna get rid of him. He's probably the most expendable. No, expendable is not the right word. You can't get rid of Brenna, and Rita won't leave right now, so he's the only party member interchangeable. He's the only interchangeable party member we have right now. Oops. Oh, is this the last tent? I think it's the last tent. Oh, a wolf in here. Several wolves. Are those dire wolves? They look a little bigger. No, just regular wolves. Oh, wait a minute. Those ones are small. The other ones are bigger. Yeah, those dire wolves. They were threatening earlier. They're not going to be threatening now. Especially because there's only 2 of them. If there were 4 and then 2 direwolf reinforcers, we might have a bit of a fight on our hands, but not really. He just kills me. If we're going to be throwing strength down on people, it means Alaron is going to skip his first 2 turns of combat. Which just feels bad. Sorry, the little voice in my head just said, yeah, but Chezni, he was already throwing away his first 2 turns of combat, and every other turn after that, so I guess it's not really that big of a deal, is it? Okay, Aberkin is more than qualified to tank these dire wolves. Tiny wolves will probably never even hit. The rest of the party is, for some reason, all the way across the map. So they're just making their way slowly towards the fight. Nice. If the tiny puplings get in the way of the bigger wolves, we might not be able to hit. Yep, we can still hit that one. It's also pretty great because Aberkin's getting that tap stamina effect when he hits enemies with his Warfang. Now, does strength cost gemstones? Because if it does, those come at, according to our notes, 27 a pop. So we're taking 50 gold and throwing it away every time we fight. Why couldn't they just make spells cast stamina? Why did they need to make them cost random spell components? The question is, though, do we need gold? And I think the answer is yes. For the most part, yes. So maybe we go into the fights and just only have Alaron cast strength on himself, and whoever else happens to be in the area. We'll limit our losses to 27 gold per battle. It's a lot better than 50, half the cost. And Alaron can get into the fight 1 turn earlier. The strength bonus he gets from the spell should help him hit things. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. We don't need Aberkin to have strength. He deals so much damage it probably won't even matter. And Brenna does quite a bit of damage, but it's all dependent on backstabs, which the strength helps, don't get me wrong. But it's not, like, mandatory. I think the real reason we want to throw strength on Alaron is so that his accuracy isn't garbage. Could put a couple points into Dex for him, since that would both increase his movement, chance to hit, as well as number of turns in combat. Dex is the god tier stat. It's really not really not easily surpassable by a different stat. It just does so many things, right? Combat movement rate, the number of actions in a round, and defense. And chance to hit. So many things. Well, we have the XP. We're going to throw it in a wizard now. And then, yeah, we'll put a few points into his dex. Alright. So we killed the doggos in here, which seems to be a wolf den. And a pouch with 4 gold in it. Amazing. I'm going to keep going round robin because I can't remember which tent we started on. There's one with a door, I think. Is this it? This might be it. Yeah, because there's the hill we came up on. Alright. That's all these tents down. Still haven't found the room I'm thinking of, though. The room I'm thinking of is in a cave or something. Also, I don't know if we went over there. Maybe we can get there by going around the edge of this cliff. Oh, you are kidding me. Come on, man. I'm gonna go around this stupid building. The long walk. Walking the green mile. Walking the green mile. Okay, I heard a footstep. There we are. 3 gobs. Nothing amazing here. Scouts. It's only 2 damage. It's not a big deal. Can't believe I'm actually considering casting Air Shield in this fight just to protect Alaron. We should be able to DPS these things down though, so we're fine. The mighty 1 damage. Dodge that one. Can't say I'm surprised. We really need to pick up some dragon leather for Alaron. Or maybe even just put him in, I don't know, partial plate mail? The dex hit is just insufferable though. I'm probably way more obsessed with dex than I need to be, but it feels like a pretty harsh penalty anytime you lose it. Like, I'll take 2 points. I'll lose 2 points of dex. Any more than that, though, too much. It's interesting, though, when you think about it. You could calculate the EXP worth of your dex loss by figuring out the amount of EXP you had spent to get your dex at its current state. You could almost read the armor as saying, lose, you know, 3,000 EXP worth of stats or something. I don't know why I'm checking this. There's nothing we can level up right now. Alright, we'll heal chain just because Alaron's injured. One of these days I'll do this right. Okay, we are on the other side of the cliff. There's been no holds barred as far as our access to the locations that we've been seeing. Oh, there's a rope bridge over there. Wolf pack. Not exciting. No real reason to be afraid of these. I think I see the problem. I'm having Alaron scoot around on the outside of combats where he spawns in this particular location. What happens is he draws the attention of every enemy because everyone else is too far away, and then he gets focus fired due to the way the AI works. So what I need to do is have him run away from the enemies towards his party instead of trying to skirt the outskirts of the fight, because his party can't get here soon enough to intercept. Like, these wolves aren't a big deal because they're just wolves, but if they were something more deadly, like the goblin sergeant that we fought a while back, then we'd be in trouble. So yeah, that's my fault on the positioning. Wow. Getting a lot of wolf turns. I guess it's to be expected. They probably have decent decks. Here we go. Once we eliminate a couple, we'll maintain better control on the turn order. Kind of the thing, enemies waste their turn when they come in as reinforcements, which puts a pretty big damper. But it gives you a lot more control over the who's taking what turns in combat, because then your party gets a whole nother set of turns. Huh. I don't think we can hit anything. Oh, there we go. 2 points in warrior, helping Brenna out. And there goes the battle, as they say. Okay, we'll just go in here. That's a hobgoblin. Try and sneak up and hit him from the back. I suppose that's one thing. One good reason to use stealth is not necessarily to sneak past enemies, but to sneak up and tap them with the A button from behind, which will give you the advantage on this. You see how all of our characters, they're taking their turns first, the enemies' backs are turned to us. So I guess that's sort of the advantage of stealth. Or like, if you were going to put points into stealth, that's your selling point. Hobgoblin and the Sergeant have the Spirit Shield on them, so Alaron's probably not going to hit. But we're good with Abrakan for sure. And if Brenna here can get behind this one, nice. Probably get a good hit here. Weapon swap. A little annoying because now they have the shield. Wow. Did not expect Alaron to hit, even for 3. Okay. But for some reason when they weapon swap, they turn around and decide not to face you, which gives you a nice, clean backstab hit. Now that looks like a pouch, but we can't get it. A couple of skulls on a counter. Beds. Maybe we can get this one. Slightly dangerous trap. Make sure Brenna has full stamina. I'm not even gonna bother saving. We'll probably got it. Yeah. Stealth potion. Well, okay. Guess that's money. Right or left? Let's go right. Maybe we'll circle around. So it looks like left would have taken us across that bridge. Whereas right is taking us down here. Which I feel like maybe is somewhere we've been, maybe? But I just don't remember us seeing this bridge. Let's go across the bridge. It's an easier landmark to identify. Oh, seems like it's guarded by a singular hobgoblin. Not terribly threatening. Nice hit before the shield gets put down. It's not dark though, so I just... Really, I feel like given the outcome of the data that we've seen from this, I feel like the darkness, like when it's dark and you're using non-dark affinity characters, it's so potent. Like, we were just missing all of our attacks against wolves. It was insane. I'm betting the Spirit Shield also adds some kind of damage protection on top of a reduced chance to hit. Is Abraham doing 14 feels low. And yeah, suddenly Alaron is only dealing 3. Alright. Throw down a point in Dex. Brenna, what do you do, Brenna? Sword? Strength? Maybe strength. Strength to equip better swords. I think that's what we do. Wow, 4 points. Nice. Abrakin's not gonna be doing much, and Rita needs another 3,700. Get 5 points deep into alchemy. Can Brenna equip Trahern's sword yet? Probably. You would have to imagine. She probably has more strength than Alaron at this point. 18 versus... Ha! 15. Yeah. Alright. Alaron's a little nerdy boy at this point. Trahern's sword. Here we go. 1555 as opposed to 45. Oh wait, no, the 15 was strength requirement. 45 and 2 versus 55 and 3. So slightly increased chance to hit and a little more damage. I'm gonna consider giving Alaron a better... He's wearing cloth armor. Just gets 1 protection. Partial plate mail takes a dex loss of 3 for quite a bit of protection. We're gonna go for the partial plate mail for now. I want him as something better, but I'm tired of him getting hit by random things. Can we walk off this? No. It's probably a good thing. Oh, another hobgoblin. Small party, though. I think we throw a spear at them when they're unarmored. Maybe get another 13. 11? 11's fine. Now with the shield down, we go back to the previous plan. We'll have Alaron throw down strength on himself. We won't bother double casting it. Oh! Okay. Well, that wolf... Right, because I did this wrong again. I had Alaron skirt the outside instead of running towards his party. These two guys are stuck on each other. Much like the Bobs in Marathon, so... We'll just let them do whatever they're doing. And then scale mail, preventing Alaron from getting hit from the wolf, which is nice. Alaron gets his turn, and oddly enough is not considered to be engaged with this enemy. So he has full range of movement. Strength down on Aberkin, which is okay, and strength down on himself, which is what we want. Oh! Oh, that extra point in Wizard lets him throw it down on 3 people. Very nice. Okay, so Wizard is the stat that increases the targets. Maybe we should just put a bunch of points in a Wizard then. I mean, that's what we were already doing. I still think he needs those dex points though. Good hit. Now that he's stuck in melee range, I think we do throw down Wind. Only because he'd have to waste a turn swapping weapons. Wind really just doesn't do very much damage. Except that one time when it did. I wish I understood why that happened. I'm going to have Aberkin come over here, get the wolf off Alaron. And I'm going to have Alaron cast Wind on this hobgoblin. Because, right, Kidarak was a hobgoblin. Are hobgoblins weak to elemental magic? We'll find out. Assuming Brenda doesn't kill him. Just kidding, Brenda killed him. I guess we will... The world may never know. I'm sure we'll run into another hobgoblin at some point. A great axe. It's great. Yeah, what do you know? Another hobgoblin. Shot in the back. Not good. Well, he doesn't have enough stamina now to cast Wind. Pitifully. For some reason, even though we walked straight towards this enemy, the game decided to put us down here with our backs turned, as if we had been ambushed. Brenda with Traherne's sword just makes sense. I mean, she's running the sword route, doesn't cost a lot of strength. Definitely seems like a good increase in chance to hit and damage. I want to say there's like a shadow dagger or something you get later in the game that's pretty good. Traherne's sword isn't going to count as magic damage though. We haven't run into anything yet that needs magic damage to hit though. Those tend to be things like spirits, weird, like magical creatures. I'm trying to think of ones that I know off the top of my head that really do need magic weapons. There's wraiths. Pretty sure you need magic to hit them. There aren't that many, but when you run into them and you don't have a magic weapon equipped, it can be a pretty bumpy ride. Ha! Whole 1 point of damage. This goblin is pretty shielded though. Just steals all the stamina back from Abergen. Do you think a good quality of life change though would be to show like the tap stamp, like how much stamina was drained? You just see it, but you don't see any numbers. Kind of like Rita's weakness spell. You don't see the number of endurance that's been drained. Kind of makes it hard to know what's going on. This fight is already over. Just need to mop up the remaining EXP. Kind of reach a point where the goblins are not dropping a bountiful amount of EXP. We're certainly happy to clean them up and grab what we can. But at this point, we should be fighting things that are bigger and stronger to maximize the amount of time we're investing versus the EXP we're acquiring. At this point, they're almost more of a nuisance than anything else. Alright. Battle over. Another point in Dex for Alaron. One more point and the scale mail won't even be affecting him more than he was when he put it on. Or rather, wasn't wearing it. Yeah, just nothing else to do here. Oh. Is there a way in this building? Crossed a drawbridge to get here. You'd expect something a little more prominent. Oh, is that another set of drawbridges? That's like 2 drawbridges. Let's go check that out. After we find a way in here, of course. There we go. Surprise! Another... You know, I said we had explored 2/3 of the camp. I'm starting to think I need to reverse those numbers. We explored... I didn't want to oversell it, because I thought this place was a lot bigger than I remembered. Or than we had explored. But it, again, I was like, I'm probably blowing it up in my head. Like, I felt like it was bigger when I was a kid or something, but no, it turns out it's actually a pretty big place. Yeah, I think maybe we had explored 1/3 and 2/3 were left. We really beeline straight for Kitterak. It's kind of funny because I don't really have the layout of this place memorized, so I don't know where we are. Yeah. Just kind of funny. We don't need to, but we'll throw weakness down. Look at those beautiful particle effects. Yeah, who designed some of these symbols, though? When an enemy is weakened, they have that weird cloud above their head, but I kind of feel like you could have gotten by with just a 2D symbol, or even just a little symbol that said WK would have been fine. I don't know. I'm no game developer. Oh, it's a poisoner? Yeah, I probably should have realized that when they were throwing poison daggers at us. Poisoners instead of sergeants are nice. They're a little easier. I think. Well, I think they're easier because they, when they're not fighting you melee style, they tend to just toss away their turn throwing daggers that do very little damage. Anyway, we have nothing to fear from this fight. It's probably approaching night. I don't think it's night quite yet, but we'll need to camp soon-ish to make sure we're not fighting in the darkness. Which also makes me laugh that Warfang can cast darkness. I'm sitting here trying to think how it would even be possible to have a party that would benefit from that at this point of the game. I don't know, is Godric... We didn't take Godric with us. He's the only other party member that might have an affinity to the darkness. I would have to imagine Beckon does, since he's flavored as kind of a ranger type. And I know this blue lady you get at the very end of the game is darkness. At least I'm pretty sure she is. She's got this whole affinity with the stars and all this. Goblin Poisoner flees, we'll take it. And dead. And we'll also take that. Oh, there's one left. Okay, he joined the fight and just fleed. That's fine. Yeah, 4,000 EXP for all that. It's not amazing. Wait, what? What? Hold on. What does it mean Brenna is beyond the ability of Brenna to pay? Are you kidding me? She's at 58 HP. She's at max HP. There's no stamina issues here. Wait, what is she getting 8 stamina from? What the devil? What's giving her 8 stamina? What? I don't... Hold on, guys. Guys, I don't understand. Something's giving her 8 stamina. I thought her HP looked a little high. What on earth? What if we remove Trahern's sword? No, it's not the sword. What the heck? Does any other character have 8 stamina? No. Mirari Cloak. Other people have Mirari Cloak. Plate Gauntlets, that's not anything. Boots of Adamant. That can't be it. Can it? Is it the boots? No. You don't think... Okay. The only thing I can think happened is I tried to pick the lock. The game scanned Brenna's stamina, went to subtract it so that she could pick the lock, and then was like, wait a minute. She can't do that. Her level isn't high enough. And then tried to give her back the stamina? I don't even understand. I'm just gonna save and maybe camp. Can't camp here. Well, I also don't understand how she can't open that lock. She has 8 friggin' mechanics. Okay, I'm gonna rest and see if this resets her stamina. Kind of weird. No, she's getting +8 from something. And I couldn't tell you what it is. Whatever, we'll camp again just so that we get back into the daylight, but... Ah, it drives me nuts that she can't open that. So we need to go back to Kitarax and open his chest, or I hope she can open his chest. God, I'm so lost. Did we come this way? Oh wait, I remember that rock. I remember that rock, and we walked over there and said, oh, there's no treasure over there. Okay. So, if we come this way and find a walkway that leads down, we don't want to take it. Or we can just find a dead end. Oh, that's not a dead end. It's just a walkway. Oh, can't go that way, apparently. Have we been to that tent? Is that Kitarax's tent? I think it is. Let's go back up, because there's that big rope bridge I wanted to go see. It is kind of funny. This is one of the most... Again, I feel like this area is to scale what the developers wanted for each of the locations in the game. Later on, we'll do dungeons, and they're like a series of small rooms all linked together. Brenna, can you seriously not unlock this? That's insane. Now, by accessing that treasure chest, does her stamina reset? No. There are mysteries here. What the? You're kidding me. These guys respawn? Okay. We'll fight them again, that's fine. Goblins are supposed to be dead, but whatever. We killed their leader. We're getting to that rope bridge. It's the last thing I do. Getting to the point where we can run over these fights anyway. It's kind of thing, right? You don't want to do fights. You either want to do fights that are really hard and get you a lot of EXP, or really easy and get you at least some EXP, but really don't take that long. Like this fight. This fight really didn't take us very long. I'm fine with it. And we're gonna get, you know, 1875 EXP out of it. It's the middle level fights you don't want to do, right? Because they're the ones that require actual effort, and you might die, but their reward. Like if you're gonna try, you'd rather do a really hard fight and get a lot of EXP rather than just have to try and get a medium amount of EXP. Like this fight here, I would consider it a medium fight. Because we got three archers, a goblin who's throwing shield on everyone. He's making this really annoying. This is gonna take a little while to chew through all of their spirit shields and HPs and stuff like that. We're really not gonna get much out of it. Compared to the fight we just did, which was super quick, and we got, you know, our 1875. Probably get somewhere around like 4K from these guys, would be my guess. Man, Alaron, why did we even put you in scale mail? Or partial plate, rather. It's better than scale mail. It just comes with a heavy dex, or heavy stealth penalty. A stat we are not using. Well, the other question in that is stealth another one of those things where you only need to have one person with it, and it just takes whoever has the highest stealth? Because if it is, then Rita's stealth is like 11 right now, or something crazy, because of the dragon leather. Which means we might as well not even put points into stealth ever, as long as there's someone with dragon leather. Normally I'd go for the hobgoblin first, but because he's already put the shield up, might as well take out the little guys and reduce the number of turns the enemy's getting each round. We'll have her fight this one. Could have her help focus fire the one with Alaron. Or Abrakan, but I feel like Abrakan's probably just going to kill it the next turn anyway. Like this. Yep. Aww. I was too lazy to walk around behind. Tap stamina. Annoying, but not insurmountable. He's able to do that because we're not focusing him, and he has stamina left. We could choose to be nervous about the position of Brenna right now. She's right in front of that goblin, but I think she's going to be fine. Yeah, especially because he's just going to keep doing that. Yeah, it's just a matter of just whittling this guy's HP down. Uh-oh, here it comes. The haymaker. Wasn't too bad. Pity, I was really hoping Brenna would get another shot at the back of this thing, but whatever. Now she does, when it doesn't matter. Nope. Do we put more points? Do we really have to save up for level 9 mechanic? I think we do. Okay, let's memorize where this building is. It's right next to a big drawbridge, which in turn is right next to this kind of mountain thing. Huh. Right next to the double drawbridge. Gotta remember to go look at that. Whoop! We're slipping. Have we been up here? I need to stop recording for the day. But I keep finding neat things. I want to go see that drawbridge, and now we're on top of this cliff thing with it's got a tent at the top. Okay, we'll burn through this fight, assuming Alaron doesn't die. It shouldn't be too bad. I think we are going to be forced to heal, though. Scouts are going to target Abrakan because he's closer, which is good. We'll have Brenna go over there and stab them. Perform the graceful art of the stabbing. One poisoner, which is interesting. The other one seems to be a sergeant. Who decided to walk over here and just properly display his backside to Aberkin and do nothing in the meantime. Oh, crit on Brenna? Come on. Brenna's not in danger, is she? I thought she could hold her own, but then again, she doesn't have a shield. Maybe this was a bad idea. Alaron can't throw this javelin far enough. Okay, we're gonna have Aberkin come up here on the off chance that Brenna is actually in trouble. Oh, now Rita's in trouble. Everybody be in trouble. Probably was a waste of a turn to throw that. Should have used air shield or something. Goblin flees. Okay, I guess we can just leave that one alone. He's running exactly where we want to go, so it's just gonna be... We're just gonna run towards the fight and probably kill him anyway. We'll keep stalling out with Rita here. I guess that's kind of the use of the healing potions. It lets you stall a fight out. It's not gaining us any forward tempo, though. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Finger slipped and hit the joystick. So it's probably a mistake to pull Aberkin out. But I was really worried that Brenna was just gonna have some bad luck or something. Oh well, fight's over. We gotta check and see if Brenna still has her... She does! She still has her +8. I don't understand where that's coming from. Seems like maybe just a dilapidated building. And are we going in circles here? We might be. Yes. Yes. So can we not even get in this thing? Oh, no we can. Another fight. Yeah! Yeah! It's a lot of hobgoblins. This is what I get for not stopping. We don't really need air shield. We'll just throw down strength. I can't imagine Aberkin actually getting hit for any meaningful amount of damage. Famous last words. Yeah, there's the shield. Not surprising. Weakness is at least something. It's not going to be a game changer, but it's contribution. That goblin's just going to stand there. Meanwhile, that goblin... See, with all of these guys casting tap stamina all at once, they kind of are threatening. Because if they can't kill us with tap stamina, but it's going to be annoying, that's for sure. They soften us all up, and then when we go in to engage in melee, if we're too weak... we'll offset it a little bit with endurance. Okay, so when the hammer drops... oh, he's gonna hit 13. We are gonna need Alaron's air shield. Abraham can take a couple more hits like that, but we don't want him taking more hits like that. I guess this is a real fight. Oh boy. Wow, was that all the air shield's doing? I don't know. I'm not gonna take chances and find out. We're gonna heal first, and then we'll see what kind of damage they're dealing. If they start all dealing 1 damage, then I am gonna say yes. In which case, air shield OP. You know, you could not steal stamina. That would be great. You could just attack and miss. Oh, wow. They are doing 1 damage. You're kidding me. The air shield cannot be that strong. I guess it could. It's kind of like the spirit shield. Take a chance. We'll cast wind. Why do I never target the enemy? Yeah, they're all just dealing 1 damage. I don't know of another way to interpret this other than it came from the air shield. So, maybe... well, okay, other characters are still taking more. Whoa, the double turn! The double turn for the double 9?! Ooh, boy. So it could just be a combination of Abrakan's, you know, combat stats, his warrior stat, his dex, all that stuff, factoring into him only taking 1, but certainly the other characters are going to take more. Would be sort of the conclusion we can come to based on that. The sergeant came in to fight, saw 3 dead hobgoblins, said, "Nope, I'm out of here." That's okay, I didn't want to hit anyway. Oh my goodness. Alright, decent amount of EXP. Do we just throw that back onto Warrior again? 64,000, guess we wait. 45,000, that's enough for Rita's Alchemy. 2,400, certainly enough for a couple more dex points for Alaron. And Brenna, still saving up for that mechanic skill that I didn't think we'd need. Oh well. And now her salmon is +3. I don't understand you, Brenna. But she still has 58 HP max. I think weird things are happening here. Wait, have we already been in here? That chest is empty. Was that just flavor? Like, oh look, the chest is empty. Or have we been here? The world may never know. Okay, there's the rope bridge we came across on. And yeah, this is just a circle up here. I don't think we've been up here. I think that chest was just supposed to be a flavor chest. Like, look, they have a chest in here. Okay, so we're gonna pause, or take a break today here. When we come back, we'll be seeing what's on the other end of this double rope bridge. Got quite a bit done today. A lot explored. I feel like now we're definitely at least 2/3 into the goblin camp. Still haven't found that room we're looking for. Brenna is a master mechanic and still cannot open some of these chests, which is mind-boggling. But we'll get it. We'll get it. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. Take care out there.